All right, everybody. Once again, Rodrick's here reporting for Epic Cash official YouTube channel. Welcome. And today we have Mr. Monkman, one of the active community members for the Epic Cash community. Mr. Monkman, tell us a little bit about us. Tell us a little bit about you, and how did you get into Epic as well?
Yeah, thanks, Rodrix. I'm a graphics designer for the Epic Cash community. I also spread memes and things like that around. Currently working with Uncle V on his channel to improve it, make thumbnails and video clips and things like that. Yeah, I did. I found my way into Epic Cash. I think originally it was Max made a comment on Float.app to the owner of that, and trying to get him, convince him to pile into Epic Cash. And I was at the time looking into Mimblewimble coins. And it was honestly like a godsend. I couldn't believe it. I started looking into it, and I was just blown away. It was everything I was looking for. So I eventually made my way into the Telegram chats and learned about this whole banking structure they had behind it. I was just blown away. Like I was already sold on just the coin Epic Cash, but then when I learned about that whole system, I was just, yeah, this is it for sure. I mean,
so you've been crypto before. How long you been in crypto, and how well do you know crypto, so people are aware? Because today you work for a community and you get paid crypto as well, right?
Yeah, they do tips and donations and things like that. I mean, I don't have like a salary or an hourly wage or anything. It's just volunteer work by donation. People can choose to tip me or not. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm there anyway, right? So. Yeah, but originally, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to talk about my history in cryptocurrencies, I mean, like I think I originally learned about Bitcoin in probably about 2010, before I even understood money, and so I didn't really I was always like a tech head, I always tinker with computers and technology and things like that. So, but I couldn't, so I learned about it, but I couldn't figure out how to mine it, or even why it even mattered at the time. I didn't understand money at the time. So eventually when I started learning about sound money economics and, Austrian economics and things like that, I eventually learned about Bitcoin, of course, again. And I was like, oh, wow, that's what this is for, but I could already, it was about, just early before the 2017 boom there. I went to an ATM and I bought like a little bit, and then I watched it go up, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. So I just started, buying on the dips and things like that. And, just dollar cost averaging in for the most part, learning about Litecoin, and then learning about Monero and things like that, and why that's important. And, and then I caught wind of Mimblewimble, and sometimes just these words just you hear it in your head, and then it just rings around in there, and it's just like, it just sticks. It doesn't even, something about it, so I started learning about that, and, learn about Trace Mayer, and he's pushing this Mimblewimble coin and things like that. I started mining it and, learning how to mine Mimblewimble coins, and, like Beam is, like a bunch of other ones that you can't remember the name of, like all of them, they're just garbage to me. Like it was just, like I was just learning about the tech. I knew it was going to fail, these things, and I was just there just to learn. So, yeah. So when I learned about Epic Cash, it was pretty right on.
Very nice. Yeah, no, and it's good because you have experience being inside other communities, let's put this way, right? So how do you see the Epic community today, because you're part of it, and how open and friendly is the community regarding new users and new members that join us?
Oh yeah, it's unreal. I mean, like, it's so close-minded, everyone beforehand, but now it's like with the Epic Cash community, it's like, yeah, like we want to get people who don't know anything about anything to come in and join our community. That's what we want. We want to be welcoming and opening. Like, I don't like when people try to, be elitist and I don't know, things like that. It's just not, it doesn't jive with me, so it's really great to have such a community that's so, yeah, open and friendly and welcoming, and wants to help you out. And yeah, it's really nice. And it's an international community too. I mean, you make connections internationally, so it's all over the world. It's really interesting. I mean, I got my own community here back home, right? But like, they're not really techie like the Epic Cash community is. It's a wonderful thing.
What's been the most important aspect of the Epic ecosystem that you find interesting? Because Epic is very complex and has very ramifications. But for you, what's the main driver that attract you to the Epic ecosystem in general?
Well, I mean, the main one that attracted me was the Epic Cash coin itself. Just the tech of it, the fundamentals, the foundation of it, in sound money. And obviously that swings around in price fluctuations compared to the USD dollar. So, it needed that whole banking structure that Max and his team had already planned for, the EUSD. They made that first, and then they designed, the Epic Cash coin. So, I find that very interesting. But yeah, it really is quite the ecosystem they have going on around the coin. Like the fact that you can make a loan to yourself, interest free, that's awesome, and it's not a taxable event. Like, I mean, aside from the coin, like that, the whole ECK, EUSD, you stake that, and you stake your coins with your what's the coin called again? Sorry, your ECR, not EUSD. Yeah, you stake your Epic with your ECR, and then you get your EUSD, and it's there's no taxes or anything. Like that's awesome, and it's to yourself, so there's no interest. I mean, unreal. And then they have the whole test coins as well to continue to improve, and it's an awesome system. Yeah.
One of my favorite here is the subway map that shows how complex but how many functionalities the Epic ecosystem, the Epicenter, has in total. But you as well, you work directly with media and content creation. How important it is for a project to have everything very clear and with simple explanations for the average Joe to be able to understand this?
Oh, it's huge. It's very key. I mean, you could read a whole freaking textbook on this one image, right? I mean, a picture tells 1,000 words, and so media it's big. It's a key thing for people to understand, to grasp the concepts that are behind the words and what we're talking about, to actually see it in front of them.
Yeah, include everybody, just to let you know, all the links and the material that I'm showing you over here, we have in the description below. So always double check our links in the description below. And over here, of course, under the link tree, you have all the possibilities to navigate and learn as much as possible. And before we continue, Monkman, for a new user, someone that's just joining the community, what's the first thing that you would suggest them to learn about the Epic Cash community?
First things just to learn. Well, we need to learn that it's about being free and open. I mean, we're making a whole new paradigm here. Like, money in this world it controls everything, and this is like, you got to think big. Like, this is huge. What is happening? This is a great time to be alive, and we should be very thankful for having this opportunity. So yeah, I think just kind of keep that mindset is where I've been.
And tell us a little bit about more. How do you do the graphic designs, and you're working with Uncle Vigilante right now? And because Uncle's being one of the main spokespersons for the Epic Cash community, educating so many investors, new users, community members, what's the specific work you guys do together?
Right now we're just making thumbnails and making video clips, other images and things like that, and we have fun too. I'm making him a sticker pack as well in Telegram chats, and just whatever we can think of, to continue to get his image, his vibe out there, to progress the Epic Cash community in the coin as well, and to get into people's minds. So I don't know.
In the near future, and how do you see this whole blockchain industry developing? Because you've been connected to several projects in the past, and now you're actually part of another community. How do you see this in the next 5 to 10 years?
It's just going to keep growing. I mean, it's going to go exponential. Like this is going to take over the world. I mean, our other options are basically slavery. I mean, we need to. This is it. Like, game on. So, yeah, it's going to be big.
Excellent. Mr. Monkman, once again, thank you very much for joining us here, and thank you for your time. And everybody, all the links and the information that I mentioned during the interview, it's on the description on the video below. Once again, thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and to like the video. Ciao for now.